Hey friends, this is me, Heather Schaff with Forever Be Sure. I'm not in my car today. I'm not in my car right now. I'm actually in my empty house. And I thought this would be the absolute perfect time for me to give you a little tour. I have been waiting to do this for a while. I suppose if I had a second lifetime or a little bit more time on my hands, I would maybe become a home decorator because I really love colors. I love colors. And I don't know, it's just fun. And so it is fun, but it's also exhausting. And that's why I might appear a little bit tired because I hit a little bit of a wall just recently. It is March 3rd. We moved into this home January 1st, essentially December 31st, if you want to be technical. And I was telling my husband last night, I feel like I've gone nonstop with putting the house together, settling down here in Alto, Michigan, and now I'm kind of and doing FBS stuff. I've started to get back into the saddle with that. But of course, on top of all that, and the reason why we are here in Alto is my husband took the pastorate at First Baptist Church of Alto, right across the street. You'll see that through my window here in my little tour here. But it's been busy. It's been really, really busy. And probably 3-4 weeks ago, maybe when we got back from Bahamas, I think, is when we're like, okay, we really want to make a concerted effort. We had already been socializing and fellowshipping before that, getting to know the people at our church, but we wanted to initiate a lot more. And so we've been having people over. It's been wonderful. I certainly do not regret that. And good relationships are being formed and being built. But it kind of hit me this morning. I'm kind of like, whoo, I need to take a little break. And just kind of, I don't know, scale back or just, I don't know. The Lord knows what I need, so I'm looking to Him for that. And so this is a quick sliver in my day where the house is completely empty because there's something happening over at church, and I'm going to actually go over there after I'm done with this endeavor and just check into that. But while it's empty, I thought I would just show you this cute little home God has given to us. It's a parsonage. I'm learning never to say never to God. And I'll just be chatting here as I go through a little bit of my tour. But I never thought I would live in a parsonage. Ever. Okay. And in fact, when we moved here, we kind of made it very clear to the church that it was never our intention to stay here. We were grateful it was available to us in this interim period before we sell our house. And good news on that front, we do have an accepted offer. It's contingent on the sale of another home from the buyer's end. And so anyway, all that to say, we did not intend to stay here for long. However, we are learning to love it. And you might see why when I give you this tour. The people of the church did a great job getting it ready for us. And we were so thankful for how they graciously received us and made it so ready for us. That said, I've done a lot of work, done a lot of shopping, done a lot of Amazon.com. I've even done some painting last week, as I'll show you here in a minute. And I have more to do. But I think it's actually to a point where I'm very satisfied to show y'all this home that we're living in and might stay here for a handful of years. We'll see. With the Lord, you just take it day by day, right? Day by day and with each passing moment. But our intention is to live here for a few years. And boy, the 60-second commute to church, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Highly recommend. Okay, I will turn my, if I can do this, I'm going to turn this around. I'm actually not sure how to do it, but I'm just going to actually flip my phone and just start on this little tour here through my house. All right, come along with me. All right, here you've got, this is our entry door. I hope I'm going to hold this properly. Our entry door, and this is a cute little entryway. Mudroom, I suppose you could call it. It's super helpful when you have a bunch of people coming into your home all at once. But yes, I just painted the walls here last week. My son, Tovi, who has some painting experience, helped me. And I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it has a little pink sheen. I wanted there to be a little bit of life to it. Previously, it was a nice tan color, but I don't do tan. I'm a color person. So I don't want it to be too vibrant, but interestingly here, I'm going to show it on my face when I can, only because I can't see what I'm videoing. So anyway, in all three of my last houses, I had a room with some pink. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little bit of a pink feel here. I love it. I'm a pink girl. Okay, so here's, oh, look at that. My Scrabble letters, Schaff. I had that in our Leslie Lane home in Eau Claire. I thought that was the perfect spot for it. Wow. And here's our little laundry room. Everything's nice and petite, but very neat, which I super appreciate. And as you can see, this is I don't know how to do this. So sorry. Here we go. Yeah, so this is Winnie's little dump station here. Yes, I have a 5-pound dog, and yes, she does have a litter box. Let me know if you have questions about that, because it has worked out fantastic. She's almost 8. So that's how we're rolling here at our house. Okay, on into the kitchen area. This is the smallest kitchen I've ever had, but again, I love it. It feels like I'm in a camper. So less to clean. Now it gets a little dicey when we have company, because I have, stuff all throughout the counter here. And, but that's okay. It's been actually a challenge, and it's my new religion. I'm just kidding, of course, to keep the counter clean. Keep the counter clean religion, okay? So that has been a challenge every single day and all throughout the day. But eventually, even though the kitchen is very cute and neat and whatnot, we do hope to maybe redo the cupboards at some point, redo the countertop, even though they're in decent condition. All right, again, I'm just going to kind of keep it on me a little bit, because I do not know how to film when I can't see what I'm filming. So sorry if it's a little jolted. This, my friends, is my newest project. I did go big and bold on this one. I painted this bathroom. It used to be actually a cute little purple color, but I'm not a purple girl. I'm a pink girl. I'm a red girl, orange, red, all the things. And so here's our bathroom. This is actually one of 2, okay? So one of 2 bathrooms. And again, there's certain holes in this little tour. I would love a picture right up there. But that'll come. I have been scouring the internet for pictures, and you'll see a couple that I found. Okay, here we go. We're walking into what we think is the prettiest area of the house. Again, I am doing my utmost best to see if I can video this well, but I can't see it. Oh boy, I should not be doing Facebook Lives because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, this is our dining room area. We absolutely we've fallen in love with the woodwork of old homes. Again, coming here to this home, I literally had this bucket list in my head. I want a new or immaculately taken care of home, because I don't want to walk into a project. I don't want to spend all my waking hours, because I know how I am. I want it to be just so. But I will say, in the back of my mind, I did have one thing I wanted. Even if it was a new home, some new homes don't have a lot of charm. And I really wanted whatever home we lived in to have some charm. And boy, howdy, does this house have charm. I am learning that 100-year-old houses, I don't actually know how old this house is. But I'm thinking, I know a little bit of the history of it, and I'm pretty sure it's over 100 years old. And, but we are loving the woodwork. Isn't it beautiful? Those of you who have lived in old homes, I don't know, I've been missing something for a while. Okay. Anyway, here's the living room. We got some Amazon.com curtains. Love those. My son, I had to kind of move his school stuff here, but this is where he does some of his schoolwork. And again, he's not home right now, so I pushed it aside. But here's kind of a straight on view. We got a Berkey water filter. I don't know any Berkey fans out there. I didn't think I would ever have one. Who needs a water filter? Because in Eau Claire, we had amazing city water. I'm telling you, it was so good. But it's not so good here. So we bought a filter, and we're thankful for it. Hey guys, I got to show you this super cool picture. I am completely sold on, it's called rootedandgrounded.com. Rootedandgrounded.com. I'm kind of once I get onto something, I'm really onto it. I bought 4 pictures from Rooted and Grounded just recently. It's scripture. It's scripture. Well, one of them doesn't have scripture on it. There's just beautiful piece of art. But I wanted more scripture in my home. When we moved here, I had a lot of family photos up, at my previous home. Loved those, and it was a great homey home there for sure. But when I took them all down and moved them all here to Alto, I thought, you know what, let's do something a little different. First of all, I have less wall space in a smaller home, and I wanted more scripture on my home. And then I started buying so much scripture that I thought, I don't want my home to be an open Bible. Like I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like overkill. You know, less is more sometimes. So I picked certain ones, certain pieces, and I just love them. So please check out rootedandgrounded.com. They're a Christian company, and I'm keeping them in business, folks. All right, here's another rooted.com picture. It's a nice huge picture. Here, let me just give you a full-on view of our little living room area. Again, this is super hard for me to film, but I love long curtains. So right there, all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom, those are beautiful velvet curtains from none other than Amazon.com. All right, so here if we turn, oh man, this is making me dizzy here. So this little section here, of course, clearly is supposed to be like an open room, right? Well, the shops had too much furniture. We came to find out when we started bringing furniture in. I mean, we didn't really have too much furniture, but too much furniture for this house. And so we're like, how in the world how do we do this here? So we just decided to kind of like put the couch there and make it two different living spaces, even though it's still open. And, you know, the little curtain kind of shows that it can be subdivided, of course, not with the noise. But anyway, this is our little living room, I suppose you could say. So here I'm going to just turn it around slowly. Try not to get dizzy. Okay, so then here's our bedroom, and this is about the smallest bedroom I've ever lived in, but boy, are we enjoying this cute little cozy bedroom. Yeah, pretty much all that you can fit in here is the bed, which that's cool. Yeah, we're enjoying it so much, but yeah, she's a small one. And if you think that's small, oh, well, look at here. This is another rootedandgrounded.com picture. His mercies are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. What a great verse to wake up to every morning, right? Let me just quick show you out my bedroom window. I am super looking forward to, I don't even know if you can see this. Well, and I can't even see what you're seeing, but hopefully you're seeing a little bit of the backyard there. It goes pretty far back, big, huge porch. Can you see it? Well, regardless, I learned, I don't know if you remembered, but back in Wisconsin, I had a neighbor who had chickens. And that was quite the saga. I know I posted a picture of one of our chickens in my garage one time. And chickens are beautiful creatures. And actually they weren't loud or anything like that. They were just interesting to behold and witness. But wouldn't you know, our neighbors next door have chickens. We have not yet met them. We've met 3 other neighbors around here. Super nice, welcoming community. But we've not yet met them. But I know they raise chickens or have chickens. I saw some out this morning. Anyway, regardless. So if I thought my room was small, my bedroom is small, you got to check out this closet. We intend to do some work here. But here's our itty bitty little master closet. Here, I'll start walking in it. Yep, that's it, folks. It's time to leave. There's no space. Anyway, this is what we've got so far. And let me tell you, if you want to purge your wardrobe, buy a home with a small closet. Actually, what we do is we have 2 closets upstairs, and we have put some of our clothes up there. But I will say, it definitely is a deterrent to buying more clothes. I give it a second thought when I buy more clothes. I think, nope, this needs to be a real winner to make it into Heather's wardrobe, because Heather doesn't have space. And that is A-okay. Less is more, right? Okay, I got to show you something really kind of cool here. I so wish I could turn this around. There's probably a way, and I just haven't figured it out. But here, I want to show you something. Check this out. Sitting in my recliner, oh, you can't even see it because of the, okay, that window right there, I can actually see into my husband's office. I mean, I'd have to use binoculars. And the super cool thing is right now, as I speak, there's a bunch of kids from the elementary going into our church building. It's a long story, but it's a super cool story how God provided. But there's an elementary school right down the road, And our church has a ministry. It's called Release Bible Time. So 1 hour, I think, every month they allow, the kids whose parents give them permission to go over to our church building for a time to learn scripture. Isn't that crazy awesome? And so that's what I'm looking at right now, even though you can't see them. My husband's letting them in. That's what I'm going to go over there for here in a minute once I'm finished. But anyway, I think it's super fun and cool that I can literally see my husband's office from my recliner, from my living room. I mean, who can say that? Not many people. Okay. All right. I'm going to keep moving on here. Make good use of my time. Okay. This is the little hallway area, the stairs that go upstairs. I'm just going to turn it real quick. And this is our family room area. Again, we get here and I've got this honking bookshelf that I've had in the last 2 houses. And I love it. It's from IKEA from a long time ago. So it's like, where in the world do I put that crazy bookshelf? Well, we found a spot. It kind of juts out from the wall. That's okay. This is such a cozy little area. And there's my piano. I thought initially I wanted it to be up in my office, which would probably be ideal, but actually that's okay because my sons, when my older son is home, they sit down and play the piano here, and it's just kind of a family gathering tool. Anyway, this is our cozy little living room. Oh no, I'm sorry, family room area. We actually had 2 of these couches, these brown couches. We bought one and then we found one at a thrift store kind of a thing in Eau Claire. And we're like, what do you know, this same exact couch. So we put them down in our basement and they were well used. And so, but of course, in this little home, we don't have room for them. So we put one up here and we put one downstairs in the basement. Okay, what's behind me here? This is our workstation. My other son does his schoolwork there. All right, anything else? Oh, I should mention our church family so graciously recarpeted everything. Yes, everything except for the upstairs bedrooms. They already had decent carpet anyway, and painted many of the walls. So it was very fresh and well cared for when we moved in. All right, here's my little section of family pictures. I did put up some family pictures. That's my favorite family photo shoot that we've done in these last few years. Okay, all right, I got to keep this going. We're at 17 minutes. This is our front door, and someday maybe I'll take some pictures of the outside when the snow melts and the grass is green. Here's another rooted.com picture. My number 4. I just actually hung that this morning. So love their artwork. Anyway, Amazon.com. I bet you'd never guess. Okay, here we go up the stairs. Now, one thing about a 100-year-old house is that you can't have any secrets, because if you start moving around the house, everybody knows because of the creaks. But I think that's kind of a unique little feature. All right, here's the bathroom that I'm about actually to paint. They were going to do the floors before we moved in, but something went wrong with that, and I think we're going to do that here soonish. But I'm hoping to paint these walls, even though I like this blue color. Sometimes you just need to freshen up your wall, and of course I like lots of color. So I'm hoping to do it's called green meets blue. I'm excited about that color. That's the color I'm using. All right, here's the little upstairs bathroom. It is a full bath, but it's tiny. Basically, sink and toilet. Yep, there we go. And we're done. All right. And then up here, this is just a little area, a landing area, and you might think, what in the world is a ladder doing? Well, lo and behold, we found out that this house has quite an extensive attic. And when I mean quite extensive, we could probably put some kids up there to sleep if we had a family with a bunch of kids. It's actually a really cool area. And so who knows, maybe someday it'll be able to be finished and be another little area. There's no bathroom up there. I mean, it's like going up to a tree house. But all the unique little features in an old home, right? Okay. Here is my son's bedroom. And both of these bedrooms up here can double as guest bedrooms. And so, but this bedroom in particular, I have not really, I've kind of worked on some of these, but I have more to do. But I'm trying to pace myself because, like I said, I was kind of hitting a wall. But this room actually is probably where like both of my boys would stay when we have guests, because check this out. We just, well, I shouldn't say we, my husband did. This is my son's closet. I'll just kind of turn it around here. Dun, 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 dun. It's big enough for a twin size mattress to come down. And so actually my son Toby was staying in here. What was it? A few weeks ago when we had some visitors. We've been having a lot of visitors. It's crazy. Come visit us. We've got space, and if we don't, we'll make space. But he loves it in here. It's like a little, a little hideout. And the bed is unbelievably comfortable because of the topper on it. Okay, cool little view. I think this is a fantastic view. Now it's pretty ugly now because it's this, it's before all the trees and leaves and whatever come in. But that's the view out there. Again, it looks like we're like literally smack dab out in the middle of the country, which in a sense, you're kind of right. But in another sense, you're not, because we're literally like 13 minutes from Costco. I mean, Costco. They don't put Costco unless there's a ton of people that live around there, right? So we're in just the southeastern edge of Grand Rapids. So it's true. When I drive places, I actually like taking the country roads. It's my favorite way to get out of and into Alto. And so there's just a ton of big trees and canopy roads. I love it. I can't even believe I'm saying that. I don't love Seattle traffic or, all those, all the things that come with a huge city. But boy, I'm learning that there are some really sweet things about small towns, and this is very small. This is Toby's room. Of course, Mom made sure it was clean before filming. But here's his room. I wish I had my curtains hung up. I do have curtains from Amazon.com to hang, but I have not yet gotten to that. I just needed to pace myself. He also has a pretty amazingly large closet. And yes, I'm showing my kids' closets. And yes, I checked before I filmed. It's large. It's long. As you can see, John's wardrobe is partially back there. We had to have another spot for that. Okay. Now my favorite part, close second favorite. I spent a lot of time in my office. I already put pictures of it online, but here's my office, candle burning. I got some Luminara candles on my walls. Those ones turn on automatically. If you have not had a Luminara candle, my aunt got me into them years ago, and I'm a diehard now. They look so real, and you can put them on timers. They turn on at around 8 o'clock here in my house. And I'm very much enjoying that. So yes, I have another bed here in my office just in case it's needed or in case I need a nap. But here's my workstation. I can't even believe how efficient one can be when you have just a good workstation. I got to show you a few things. Again, this is a little bit of a saying it over again, but this I got online. Love this picture. Love the verse there. And then here, this is from the Little Things studio. These 3 pictures all have different familiar hymns. I know you can't see because of the glare, but this one is What a Friend We Have in Jesus. This one, I don't even know the title, but I love the words so much. Thy mercy, my God, is the theme of my song, the joy of my heart and the boast of my tongue. Thy free grace alone, from the first to the last, hath won my affections and bound my soul fast. And it's cute colors. It matches my room. All right, and then, oh, the deep, deep love of Jesus. That's that hymn right there. Okay, that is the conclusion of my tour, and I'm going to see if I can finish this out by just chatting here. Well, it's 24 minutes. I had no idea how long this would take, but clearly it's taken a good amount of time, so we'll wrap it up here. So thankful for the home that the Lord provided for us here in Alto, and I just think to myself every day, even though there's been ups and downs, moving is a big deal, folks. It's a big deal. And it's like that in your head, but then you start to live it out. And I didn't want to live in a project. but I'm finding that I'm living in a project. Not a project like everything's falling apart and you have to like, fix it frantically so that you can live. That's not it at all. It's just, I just like things to be pretty, and I like them. I like to work on things, and so I get super motivated. So it's really a me problem. Learning how to pace myself. But it seems like every day I've even asked the Lord, little confirmations. Lord, send little confirmations. I know we are where you want us to be, but send little confirmations that just so that so we see your active hand confirming this. I guess that's what my hope and prayer is. And so he has done that. And yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I was wanting to say. I'm going to open a document here on my computer because I had actually written a few things out, but I'm not remembering. Well, regardless, it's okay. I'll just have to do another vlog another time if I have anything else to say. Oh, I'm working on a new song. I'm so excited. I'm starting to put together plans for our 2026 album, which Lord willing should have now 8 songs on it, which is my ideal number. And I knew I only had 7. But I had some lyrics and some thoughts that I had started jotting down, and I just pray, Lord, just please be over every nuance of the composition process. And so I went back and I revisited some of my lyrics, and it was from the verse, "My sheep hear my voice and I know them and they follow me." I love that. I love that verse. And so I had written some lyrics to that, but the other day I sat down and was plunking out my melody, which I come to find out is my absolute favorite part of composition. Is actually the time I can sit down with the lyrics and marry them to a tune. Oh my goodness, I love that so much. And I love it so much, especially when the Lord really helps it to be an easier process. Sometimes it's a really choppy process and frustrating sometimes, but this one went really smoothly and I'm super excited about the melody. Okay, I have rambled enough, and I told my husband I would go pop my head in and to see what was all going on at church here at about 2 o'clock. So it's about 2 o'clock. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks for listening. I know none of y'all have to do that, but some of you take an interest in our life and ministry, and this really doesn't have much to do with FPS, but it has to do with our life here and just how good God has been to our family. And so I'm thankful for this cozy little home. We are enjoying it. And we're just taking it a day at a time. All right. Take care.